that's going to happen right now, I'm seeing it all over the place, is M&A, I think, is going to start ticking up. Just today, Amazon acquired One Medical for $3.9 billion. One Medical operates a network of clinics, if you don't know.
$3.9 billion enterprise value for 182 franchises, which is $21 million a franchise.
Look at what happened to their stock price.
No, I know. It went from 60 in the peak in February of 2021 to 7 in May.
And they bought it at 18. They basically bought it at the same price it was trading at in January.
No, my point is you could buy a McDonald's franchise for $2 million, or you could buy the company that fixes the people that eat at McDonald's for $21 million. That's why they've got such a good deal.
By the way, at McDonald's, you can't make money selling pharmaceuticals and upselling, other stuff that Amazon's going to certainly.
I think it's super interesting that Amazon's getting into this business. Wow. Yeah. I mean, that is really interesting.
They clearly have an economic model that shows some significant
retail
synergy.
Footprint. And retail footprint.
Well, and there may also be kind of a supplement pharmaceutical kind of upgrade opportunity. There's synergy in this business.
And think about the synergy between that and Whole Foods.
What they're getting is also not just the physical locations, but a network of doctors that can do telehealth. I don't know if you guys have ever used One Medical, but they do really, easy Zoom telehealth services. And so you could hop on, get a prescription, have it fulfilled by Amazon. It shows up at your doorstep in under an hour.
Genius.
It'll be an incredible synergy for that business and probably a real value driver, not just at the core units, but with respect to other things they're going to sell through.
Your One Medical doctor will provision a blood test. He or she will analyze those blood tests over a telehealth. They will prescribe a better diet. That will be sent to Whole Foods, who will then, I'm serious. And then
synergy, you're right. Preventative medicine is eating at Whole Foods.
Amazon, it makes so much sense for Amazon to expand into built-out retail footprints, because that business model now gets more and more complete by the day, where you become so ingrained and enmeshed in this loop of Amazon
What this is really
services.
About at the end of the day is the subscription business. Amazon Prime is the driver of Amazon's business.
That's going to be the entry point.
Yet another Amazon Prime lock-in. So I know it sounds silly, but 2-day delivery, 2-hour delivery, it's all about your subscription.
But I will bet you guys $1 that within a year after closing the deal, they're going to massively expand the telehealth footprint of what One Medical is doing. 100%. Because One Medical had to go out and do customer acquisition to go and acquire customers to make money doing telehealth services. And they're spending $1,000 probably CPA to acquire these customers.
Amazon's already to do this. Why didn't Google do this?
Amazon's already got the customers. They've got 70 million people in the US on Prime. By the way, I think another thing.
Google doesn't know how to do messy things in the physical world. They don't know how to do service. I mean, Amazon's been working warehouses.
Okay, what about Apple? Apple knows how to do stores. Why isn't Apple
Apple knows how to do 4 products in a beautifully designed showroom.
Apple has like a $40 billion services business now.
Amazon knows how to get in the nitty-gritty and the nuts and bolts of operations and do messy things.
Yeah, real world stuff. The other thing that's really interesting about this Amazon deal is that it was done with Bezos not at the helm. And I think it really, begs the question and begs an answer around, are these guys going to continue to innovate like this? And I think right now the jury's saying yes, they are going to continue to push the synergies they can drive from this business by expanding into ancillary services and really and it's really impressive to see them doing this without Bezos running the day-to-day. As a shareholder, I feel that. Really great to see.
I mean, this is where they could buy DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, those kind of real world services.
They're buying
Airbnb.
a cheap asset. They're buying it just like they did with Whole Foods. They're buying an asset that they're going to get tremendous leverage and synergy out of very cheap. Yeah. They're buying this company at the same price it was trading at a few months ago.
Yeah, no.
They have a great CEO at One Medical, who's a friend of mine, Amir Rubin. Congrats. Shout out.
Congrats. Yeah. All right, everybody.
Did you wet your beak, Sacks?
No, I never wet my beak in this deal.
Dry beak syndrome.
I would disclose it.
I'm suffering from DBS.
By the way,
I'd be taking a victory lap right now if I was in that company. I missed it.
I'm shocked we haven't seen the J. Cal victory lap. He goes on some podcast, tells Bloomberg that VCs are going to get pinched for insider trading all these tokens. And lo and behold, on the Wall Street Journal, 3 guys, I guess a guy at Coinbase, got pinched for basically insider trading these token sales, front running it by buying them in his wallet and stuff. And so, but where's your victory lap, J. Cal? Yes.
Oh no!
Beep that up. Beep that up.
That would be our recurring joke.
J. Cal, you want to take your victory lap? Do you want to take your victory lap?
Well, no. I mean, I told everybody, if it smells like a security and people are buying it for that reason, for it to appreciate, don't be surprised if the SEC starts having tips dropped on them that different VC firms in cahoots with law firms, in cahoots with everybody, were liquidating their positions. We talked about liquidating positions as being the goal of venture capital. They created a shadow economy next to securities law and said, we're going to just start liquidating these things, but under what they made the rules up under which they could liquidate them. I'm not picking on any firm or anybody. We'll see over time who gets pinched. But, if you decide you're going to talk yourself into this is not a security, even though it kind of feels like one, that's on you. That's on you as the person buying the tokens, issuing the tokens, giving the legal briefs on the tokens. I think people suspended disbelief and talked themselves into thinking that they weren't trading securities. And I think the SEC, now that everybody's lost their money, is going to just tick off one firm after another. And it's going to be massive settlements. It's going to be 3 or 4 years of litigation. So it's not a victory lap. It's just, it was such an obvious observation. We all saw it. I mean, how do you liquidate your shares in a company that has no product in the world? Like, come on. People knew what they were doing. If they get the book thrown at them, they deserve it. All right, everybody. This has been another amazing episode, even though Sacks is going to say it's the worst one.
Sacks, you like my background?
Spike it.
I like it.
I do. That's a lake.
Is that real?
That's lakefront. Yeah. Is that a Zoom background? Can I get that in the new Zoom pack?
Take a photo so we can all use it.
Yeah. Love you, boys.
Love you, besties. All right, we're back in the groove. Back at you.